Okay, so some really good fundamentals with this skier, especially like these left-footed turns. So if we look here, you can see that she does a really good job of getting both skis tipped up on about the same edge angle. She's created some nice angulation here at the hip joint. So essentially she's counterbalancing the tipping of her lower body with her upper body. And that's helping to keep a really nice connection with that outside ski. So that's excellent. She comes over onto the right footers. It does appear that she loses a bit of connection with that right foot compared with the other side. And this right foot is hard to see because it's just going out of frame a little bit, but it looks like it starts to tip on a little higher edge angle than the inside foot. And we can see that she is able to still create some angulation on this side, even though it's a bit deceptive because of the angle of the camera here. But she's not able to create as much angulation as she is on the left-footed turns. That's because most of the angulation is coming from the spine here instead of from the hip joint like it is on the other side. All right, so I think this is actually quite a nice drill, using this ball to keep the knees apart there and essentially trying to keep the lower legs on the same angle so the skis stay on the same edge angle, and trying to keep this dowel level. So you can see on her good side she's able to keep it level quite easily. However, as she comes over to the right-footed turns, it does tip up a little bit more. So there's another indicator of that issue. So we look at it from the back. You can see here in these left-footed turns, right, the hips stay nice and level there. Okay, so that's great, and that's why she's able to create those great angles at the hip joint there. But as she comes up here, you can see that this hip starts to hike up, this one drops down, and we lose that alignment a little bit. Good, so as we come over here, we can see that spine, right, that's where we're starting to get most of the angle from, because this pelvis has twisted that way. So essentially her upper body's facing this way a little bit more, so she's got to create this bend in the spine rather than allowing the angulation to happen here at the hip joint. Okay, and so she's not able to create quite as much that way. So what would I focus on? Well, just trying to maintain a little bit of separation with the upper body and compared with the lower body. So we're gonna start the turning effort by turning that femur, but just keep the upper body facing this way a little bit. Another way to think about it, maybe just to hike up this inside hip as we're transitioning over to this side, and that may allow for that angulation to happen a little bit more consistently.